Hello, welcome to another Learn Scratch tutorial. In this tutorial I'm going to show you how you can make animations using Scratch. Okie dokie, so let's get started. First thing we need to do is we need to create ourselves a new Scratch game. There we go, new Scratch project. And we're going to use this background, so this lovely little background here. So what we'll do here is first of all we'll get rid of Scratch the cat because we don't need him. And then we'll click on the stage, go to the backdrops, and then let's choose the blue sky backdrop. That's good. This ground bit here is a little bit small, so what I'll do here is I'll click on the rectangle, change it to the solid shape, and set it to that dark brown there. And then we'll make it a little bit bigger, so the floor's a little bit bigger. There we go. Perfect. Brilliant. So there's our first background sorted. That's the main game background for the first bit where the pigs talk to each other. And what we're going to do here is we're going to put the title of our animation. Now today's animation we're doing the three little pigs, as you can tell. So we're going to say the three little pigs. So we'll click on text. Let's change it to marker. I'm going to go with dark blue. There we go, the story of the three little pigs. Three little eggs, a bit different. There we are, put that there. There we go, there's our title screen. Brilliant. So here's our title screen, the story of the three little pigs. And then here at the start, we're going to have the pigs come on and they're going to talk to each other and say, I'm going to build a house, I'm going to build a house, me too, let's go. Okay, so in order to do that, we're going to need a pig. And Scratch doesn't have any pigs, so what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to create my own. So we'll click on Paint a New Sprite, and we're going to go into vector mode. It's a lot better to work in vector mode when you're designing your own sprites. Click on the circle, make sure we're back to black. And then, oops, no, don't do that. We don't want that one. Convert to vector, circle, and make sure it's on the hollow circle there. And we'll do a small circle for his head, bigger circle for the body. We'll do a little, well, not circle, ellipse. An ellipse for the ear. And we'll do two of those. Good. We'll do a one there for one leg, one there for another leg, which is good. Oops, actually what I'll do is I'll copy this one. To copy it, you click on it, Control-C, Control-V, and it'll allow you to paste it. There we go. And we'll do the same for the eyes. Draw a circle there, Control-C, Control-V. It's always better with the eyes to do that, because otherwise you end up with two different size eyes. It doesn't work very well. There we go. We'll just zoom in a bit. That's good. So we've got both our back legs there, which is cool. Excellent. And what we'll do now is we'll click here and we'll click on the reshape tool and we'll do the front legs. And the way we do that is just click some dots there, drag that one down, click another dot there. There you go, and if you just play with that, there's one leg. Let's do the same for there. There's another leg. There we go. And we'll just adapt these bits of legs here so that they're a little bit, you want to make it look a little bit shorter than the other legs because it's going to go, that's going to be the one behind. Just move it in a bit. Now, obviously, you could spend quite a bit of time doing this. I'm going to do it quite quickly because I'm quite conscious of what time's left. What we'll do now is we will colour the shapes in. So we'll click on pink, 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 and select each shape, and that needs to go right to the back. So we'll keep clicking centre back. Good, centre back. Good. This needs to come to the front. Oh. So we'll click front. There you go. and those need to go further back. Over back. Okay, so as you can see, we're already starting. Let's do his nose and his mouth. Let's change it to black again. We're already starting to get ourselves a good looking pig. And we'll just zoom in and let's do the smile on his face. Let's have a look. There we go. Good. Let's just make that a little bit more. There you go. And again, click the reshape tool and we'll just give him a bit of a smile. You're going to want to spend a bit of time getting the smile right. Mine looks a little bit grimacy, doesn't it, actually? There we go. That'll do for me for the moment. Obviously, you want to spend a bit more time getting yours looking nice and smiley. There you go. But that'll do. So there's that bit of the pig there. That's okay. Let's give him a bit of a tail. Use the pencil tool for this. Make sure it's the right sort of size that you want it. And there we go. That should do it. There's a bit of a tail. And what we can do here is click on the reshape tool. And at the moment, the tail is quite sort of doesn't look very smooth. So we can click on the smooth button, and it gets rid of some of those pinch points so that the curve is a bit smoother. Oh, oops. Again, you want to just sort of mess around with it to get the curve to however you want it. But that'll do me. I'll just move that to the back. There we go. Good. Hey, so there's my pig. There's my smiling pig. Again, you're probably going to want to spend more time on it than I have. But for this tutorial, I just want to do it nice and quickly. So there's our pig. Now what you want to do is you want to get the pig to the correct size. Oops. Just moved his body there. There we go. And that's maybe about the sort of size that you want. Maybe a tiny little bit bigger. And click on the costume and make sure he's centralized for when he's walking in. And let's get rid of that bit there. So there's our first costume, which is good. And that's our left one for walking left. Of course, we're going to have to duplicate it now. And we're going to need to do a left 2 for walking. So how do we get him to walk? Well, we just move these legs over, really. So let's click on that leg. In fact, let's zoom in a little bit so we got it. That leg, just turn that way and then move it that way slightly. Turn that way, move it that way slightly. And then this leg, just move them. Oops. Just move those bits forward a little bit so it looks like the legs are moving. Walking, let's try that. Oh, look, he's got a massive foot. There we go. That's probably about it. So let's have a look. Yeah, that should be fine. That looks like he's walking. Good. So we've got him walking left there, which is fine. So now we've got the left walking. What we're going to have to do is we'll duplicate that left one. Let's call this right costume 3. Notice how I'm calling it left and then 1 because it stands for the costume number. Then left 2 for the costume number 2. There's right number 3, and then that will be right number 4. Okay, but it's not actually right yet. So what we'll do here is we'll just use the flip tool, and we've got him left and right. So there's left and left walking, and there's right and right walking. Here we go. Good. So how do we actually get our pig to animate there? How do we actually get it to walk? Well, it's nice and easy. All we do is we say, okay, when start clicked, we create ourselves a variable. This is for this sprite only, and let's call it walking right. And then we create a new variable for this sprite only called walking left. Good, there we go. And then what we do is we say, okay, when start clicked forever, we do an if statement, and we say, okay, let's do walking left. If walking left equals true, I'll do that lowercase, there you go, true. If walking left equals true, Then what we do is we cycle through the walking left. So it makes him look like he's walking left, which is costume 1 and costume 2. And that's nice and simple. We put an if-else statement inside of there. And all we say is, okay, if our costume number is 1, then we change it to costume number 2. Left 2. Otherwise, we change our costume to left number 1. So if he's walking left, we cycle between those two. And we do the same sort of thing here. Oops, go away. For if walking right is true. Walking right. Oops, I've not done a space between those. Let's just rename that. Walking right. There we go. So if walking right equals true, if the costume number equals 3, because obviously you need to do the right costume, then we switch it to number 4. Otherwise, we switch it to number 3. So now what we've got here is, let me just show you an example. You don't need to do this, but let's just say all we have to do now is when start clicked, to give you an example, if we set walking left to true, and then wait a second, and then set it to false. And then we can wait a second, and we could do walking right to true. And then walking right to false. So now hopefully press start. Whoops. Oh, he's gone a bit crazy there. The reason he went a bit crazy is because we need here in our forever loop for this one, we need it to slow down a bit. So we'll do like 0.2. So hopefully now, there you go. So he starts walking. Let's have a look. Why is that not working? Ah, there you go. So walking left, walking right. There we go. I don't know why that wasn't doing that. So let's just do that. If you press the button and repeat, so he walks left, he stops, he walks right, stops, he walks left. There you go. So you can see, there you go, it's working fine. We'll get rid of that because we don't need that. And we'll just stop that. So here we are. We've got one of the pigs. He's already sorted. And there's his script for walking. So now what we're going to do is we're going to get this pig to start over here on the right hand side, right over here, and then at the start of the game we're going to walk him into the middle of the screen. So how are we going to do that? Well, first of all, we need to create ourselves a new message here saying, okay, when I receive, and this is going to be called scene 1, which is the start scene. The title scene? Title scene, why not? Title scene. Or introduction. Let's call it introduction. Scene 1, introduction. So when I receive scene 1, introduction, what we'll do is we'll show. Oh no, we won't. Sorry. Not do that just yet. Yeah, we will. We'll show. We need to go all the way over to there on the right hand side. So if we go to, let's move him all the way over there. X. Now at the moment, 247 is here. He's actually still on the screen. So we'll change that to 300 and it'll try and push him right over. At the start of the game, actually, what we need to do here is when start clicked, right at the start, he needs to hide because everyone needs to hide at the start. So go to there, and then what we'll do is we'll set walking left to true. So he's going to be walking, and then we're going to glide him all the way from where he is over here to over here. Now, where's the glide? There's the glide. Now, what you can do with the glide is you could just drag it in, and then you could type in the values if you wanted to of where you want him to move to. But a better trick is, actually, if you watch the glide here, these positions, these coordinates, if you move the pig, or whatever sprite you've got, it automatically changes the coordinates there. So what we'll do is we'll glide him to there. There you go. So now, at the start of the game, we'll start that bit. We'll go onto the stage, because the stage is going to control everything. And what we'll do is we'll say, okay, at the start of the game, will broadcast scene 1 introduction. And that broadcast sends a message to everybody. So for him, start scene 1 introduction, he's going to show and move over there. Let's have a look. Not too bad, but I've just messed up on the costumes somewhere. Let's just have a look. If costume number equals 1, do that. What's up to my... okay. I've got a slight problem here. If you look here, walking right equals true, walking left equals true. They're both true, which is why he's doing this strange dance and not actually walking. The reason being is that at the start of the game, right at the start here, and we'll do this with before the hide, we'll set walking left and walking right to false. Walking left to false, walking right to false, and that should fix that now. There we go. So we're getting there now. So set walking left to true, and then here set walking left to false. So he'll walk left, let's have a look, walks left, and then he gets to there, and then he stops walking. Let's just do that again. Good, perfect. He's walking a bit quick, so let's change his glide position, glide speed, and there you go. So that's better. He's walking a little bit better now, isn't it? And that just works every single time. Brilliant. So there's our first pig sorted, and he walks over there, which is good. Now let's do our second pig at the start. So what we can do is right-click on sprite 1 and duplicate, and there's our second pig. Now our second pig is going to start over here, right down there. So what we'll do here, let's just rename that. He's called pig 1. And he can be pig 2. Yeah, pig 2. Now, pig 2, let's get rid of this stuff. You need all this stuff here. Now, let's get rid of all that. We're going to do a similar thing. So pig 2 is going to start right over here. So he's going to move, he's going to show, and he's going to move right over there, minus 300. So minus 300, show, set walking to walking right to true. There we go. So he should turn and walk right. And then what he's going to do, this pig, is he's going to walk. I'm going to get him walking to multiple places. So he's actually going to glide a bit to there. And he's going to go up to here. And there. So he sort of ambles along this one. There we go. And he goes to there. And then finally, we'll set walking right to false. So let's see how that looks. There, brilliant. So there's pig 1, there's pig 2, and then let's do pig 3. Duplicate. Now pig 3 is going to start down here as well, but we'll have it started right down at the bottom there. So we'll get rid of all of this again, get rid of all that. So go to right over there. We'll just change the X to 300 again. But pig 3 is going to be a bit slower, so we'll get him to wait for a second before he moves anywhere. That way he's the last person to walk on. And we'll show him set walking left to true. And then we'll walk him up to there. In fact, should we go here first? Let's go glide to there. And then glide up to there. And then finally set walking left to false. So it should stop. Let's have a look. There we go. Brilliant. Obviously, you're going to want to mess with the timings so that it goes a bit slower. But you can play with that at your own time. Good. So they've all got together. And now let's get started. Pig 1 is going to say... morning, piggies. I'm going to build a house of straw. Straw, there we go. So he says that. Pig 2 can say, morning piggies, I'm going to build a house of wood. And then next one, morning piggies, I'm going to build, oh, with that I'll just put morning piggies, well, I'm going to build a house of bricks. There we go. Now, he wants to say that then, and then him, and then him. So you're going to need a delay before these other ones. So maybe put like a 1 second delay, so 2 second delay before pig 3, and then a 1 second delay before pig 2. Again, just click it and try it, whatever works, make it work. So I'm going to build a house of straw. I'm going to build oh, there you go. So you can see that it's already getting a little bit of a clash. Give pig 3 a 3 second delay or something. Maybe take that one out of there. Again, you can make it work exactly how you want it to work. Brilliant. There you go. So I'm going to build a house. All three of them said what they're going to build, and then off they can go. So let's get them to disappear off the edge. Pig 2 is going to turn around and walk back that way. So set walking left to true. Here we go, true. And then we'll just glide him all the way over to the edge. Glide all the way over to there. And then we'll hide him. Hide. Pig 3, he's going to turn back and go that way. So, actually what we'll do as well, where's that pig 2? Here you go. As well as hiding, set walking left to false as well. Otherwise he'll keep walking forever. Pig 3, he's here. He's going to turn back right. And he'll go off to the right. So set walking right to true. Oops. Set walking right to true. And then we'll just glide him all the way over to here. Glide over there. Hide him. And then set walking right to false. Good. So that's pig 2. And then pig 1. In fact, pig 1's going to carry on walking over that way. So pig 1, set walking left to true. And then we'll glide pig 1 all the way over there. And again, set walking to false. And hide him. Hide him, there we go, good. So, let's try that, let's see if that goes. So they all walk into the centre. There you go, I'm going to build that. I'm going to build that. Yep, there we go. I think was that pig 2 went a bit quick there, didn't he, over to the left. So what I'll do here is, before we do that final glide, stick a bit of a delay in there, wait a few seconds, maybe 3 seconds. Again, you could change it, you could adapt yours to do exactly what you want. Make it work perfectly. And I want to do a house of straw. I build a house of wood. Oh, he's gone again, isn't he? Oh, it's not pig 2, that's why. It's pig 1. Pig 1, let's get a delay on pig 1 because he's going crazy. Let's do that, 3 seconds. Again, just mess with the timings for yours. There we go. Brilliant, good. Okay, so that's all sorted. That's all our piggies are done. What we're also going to do here, though, is if you notice here, the sun comes up as well. So we're going to add a sun. We can add a sun up at the start as well. So this one, fortunately, we can get that from the library. There is a sun somewhere. The things, maybe. Scroll down. Ah, there it is. There's our sun. Good. Okay, so here's our sun. Let's just move him over here. And what we can say is, okay, at the start of the game, we're going to hide. When I receive scene 1 introduction, I want him to go to there. Go to that point there. Let's make him about set size to 20% or something. I don't know exactly how to do it. And then what we'll do is we're going to show, and then we're going to slowly go up, rise up, and get bigger, slightly bigger. So we'll do a loop, and we'll repeat maybe 10 times or 20. Let's try 20 times. And what we'll do is we'll just change the y coordinate by 2 or something. Change y by 2, which will make it slowly go up. And we'll also change the size by 2 as well. There we go. And maybe do that 20 times. Let's see how that works. You might have to tweak these numbers to make it work. And then add a bit of a delay as well, like a 0.1 delay. There we go. Now, to test this bit of code, just double click on it. Okay, that's not looking too bad. Maybe change the size by 1 and change the y by 3, maybe. There we go. Do that 30 times and change that by 5 or something. There we go. Perfect. Brilliant. So, what we got? Pig 1. Let's just hide these variables. I need to go a little bit higher. Let's do 6. So if we start now, there you go. Story of the 3 little pigs. I'm going to build a house. I'm going to build a house of bricks, and then off they go. Brilliant. Good. So that's it. There's scene 1 done, and now we can move on to scene number 2. So again, create a broadcast. Scene 2. Broadcast. Scene 2, and this is going to be pig number 1 building his house. Building pig. So building scene 2. Building a straw house. Building a straw house. So broadcast scene 2, building a straw house. So what do we want to happen on scene 2? Well, we want to get the title here. We want that to disappear. So what we need to do now is we need to, let's just move out of here. Let's just duplicate this. And what we'll do is we'll delete those bits. And we'll do that bit of so it's going to go from there through to there. So obviously in order to do that, what we need to say is, okay, at the start of the game, the backdrop, what's that one called? Let's call this the title screen, backdrop. And this is the daytime backdrop. So we've got title backdrop and the daytime backdrop. And what we can say here is, okay, at the start of the game, switch to the title backdrop. When I receive scene 2, building straw house, we want to change the backdrop to the daytime backdrop. So hopefully now, oops, hang on, that's not right. Why have we done that? What's wrong with that? That's title backdrop. Yeah, why's that not done? When start clicked. Oh! Okay. Slight error here. The reason being is this is the main game controller. We want to wait about 20 seconds before we switch to scene 2. Because scene 1's going to last a certain amount of time. So let's just try that. There we go. So they all go, morning piggies. Da, 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 da. 1, 2, 3. Off they go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there's 6, 7, 8. Oh, this is taking a little while. 9. Okay, so that's probably too long. Let's change that down to 10 seconds instead. And that might be a bit better. Let's try that. And there we go. Okay, so that works perfectly. So what happens now? Well, piggy number 1, let's have a look. He needs to do the scene number 2. So when I receive scene number 2, but actually what we'll do here is we'll put these like this in this sort of order. So we've got a nice sensible order like that. Okay, so when I receive scene number 2, what I'm going to do is I'm going to appear here walk over here and start building my house. So, scene number 2, building a straw house. Let's go to right over to the left. Where's piggy number 1? Yeah, he's over on the left anyway. Minus 300. And then let's set the walking to true. Set walking right to true. And then what we'll do here is we'll show. I'll show him there. There we go. And we'll walk him all the way over to here. There we go. So glide. There you go. Glide all the way over to there. And then set walking right to false. There you go. Set walking right to false. And then we'll just say, okay, let's get building. Okay, let's get building. There you go. So now, let's look. They go over there, they go back over there. He comes on. Okay, let's get building. Oops, that needs to be set walking right to false, not walking left. That's why he's still walking. Let's just click that again. Good. Okay, let's get building. So, let's start building the straw house. Well, in order to build a straw house, let's paint a new sprite. And again, vector mode. And we'll create a straw house out of ellipses. So what we'll do here is, let's create ourselves a straw house. So about there. What we'll do is, let's just use, that looks a nice straw colour, doesn't it? There we go. Good. And we'll build it out of pieces of straw like that. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. That looks about right. Let's do a little straw window. There you go. Straw window. That can go there. Copy, paste. There you go. Nice little straw window. Now the trick to this straw window is we're going to get the piggy to talk out of it in a minute. So it needs to be at the right sort of height. But we could tweak that in a minute. Okay, and we'll just put some more there. Obviously, with your houses, you could take a bit longer, but for the tutorial, I'm just trying to get things moving along. There we go. And let's do some for the roof. A little bit less. There we go. A little bit smaller. Oops. There we go. Okay. Okay. So just add a few more bits. Let's add some more little bits there. Obviously, with your house, you want to spend a little bit more time doing it than mine, but mine's just a demonstration. I'll make that a little bit smaller there. There you go, good. And there he is, brilliant. You want to make yours so it's a little bit more solid, but I'm just giving a bit of a demonstration of my lovely little piggy's house. Okay, so there we go. So he walks over to here, is it? Let's have a look. Where's my little pig? That one. So he walks over to here. There you go. Okay, let's get building, which means my house needs to appear about here. Good. So what we could say is, okay, At the start of the game, what we'll do is we'll hide. And then what we can say is when I receive building a straw house, what we're going to do is nice and simple. We're going to show. No, we're not going to show just yet. We're going to change our size, set our size to 0. Then we're going to show, and then we're going to get slowly, but oh, actually we need to appear here as well. So motion, go to that point there, because that's the point where we're at. And then we're going to slowly but surely build up our house. So repeat 10 times, change size by 10, and that'll get bigger up to full size. And put that like 0.1 or something, 0.2. Let's have a look. So, hey, there you go. So it gets bigger, but unfortunately, you notice it's getting bigger. It's going down like that. We really want it to sort of build up from the bottom, and the reason is that the costume, you need to set the center to the bottom center. There we go. Now, what this does mean is that our script here, this go-to, is in the wrong place. So we'll just have to change that. Let's move it down. And you'll have to just play with it until you get it right. Or just change the figures until you get it right. Let's have a look. So hopefully, there you go. Done. Build a straw house. There you go. Okay, let's get building. Wait 2 seconds. And then we could just say, well, wow, that was easy. Easy, there you go. So let's try that all from the beginning. So story of the 3 little pigs. Okay, let's get building. Oops. Okay, so you notice there he's walked over there and the house started building itself before he got there. So probably need a bit of a wait there. Let's put like a wait 2 seconds. Again, you can tweak it however you want it. There we go. They all walk off. Bye, 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 bye. There you go. Okay, let's get building. There you go. Wow, that was easy. Brilliant. So then you can. So there you have done scene 2. Build a straw house. That's all done. You should then repeat that for the other 2 pigs. Doing a for the other 2 pigs. Building a stick house, a wood house, and a brick house. Have a go at creating your own. I'm sure you can have a go. What I would probably do is here for the stick house, just duplicate that sprite, and then use the that tool, the paste bucket tool, to change the colours to brown. That way, you've got a house that sticks, nice and simple. There we go. Whoops, why has that just gone there? Let's just see if that works again. I think I've just broken it. Oh yeah, it needs to move there, that's why. There we go. There we go. Wow, that was easy. Good. So you would then repeat it for all 3. Again, changing from sprite to sprite to sprite. Whichever you want to do. Build all the other 2 houses, sticks and stone houses. Then what we need to do is we need to do the next scene, which would be the where it goes to nighttime and the wolf comes. So how's it going to go to nighttime? Well, what we need to do here is let's imagine pig 1 is actually pig 3. What we can do here is after the building, broadcast scene 2. Let's wait 10 seconds, and then we'll do nighttime. That's our broadcast scene. Be about scene 5 by then. Dragon comes to straw house. Oh, actually no, don't do that. Just should we do that? Yeah, here we go. Dragon comes to straw house. I'm saying dragon because there isn't a wolf, so we're going to use the dragon instead of the wolf. That dragon there. So let's add the dragon. Whee! Excellent. So there's our dragon, and what we'll do at the moment is we'll just hide him at the start of the game. So we don't need him at the moment. Okay, so dragon comes to the wolf house. How's that going to work? Well, here, the first thing we need to do is when I receive dragon comes to straw house, what we're going to do is we're going to do the reverse of what, effectively the reverse of what just happened. So what we're going to do here is we're going to repeat 30 times, change y by -6, change size by -1. There we go. And at the end of that, it's then going to so look, at the end of that there, it's then going to hide the sun, which is okay. Brilliant. And what we'll do also is when we come to dragon comes to straw house, when I receive dragon comes to the straw house, what we're going to do is we're going to wait 10 seconds. 10 seconds, yeah, let's have a look. Wait 10 seconds, and then we're going to switch to the nighttime backdrop. So how do we do that? Well, duplicate the daytime backdrop, call it the nighttime backdrop. And all we'll do is we'll just set it to a darker colour like that. There we go. And now, hopefully, wait 10 seconds and then set it to the nighttime backdrop. Switch back to nighttime backdrop. So let's have a look. So the story of the three little pigs. Whoops, what's happened to my son? He's appeared there. He should be hidden at the start of the bit. Why is he shown? I don't know why. Oh, I know what I've done. I've just deleted my code from the other bit, haven't I? Oh, that's annoying. 6, 1. There we go. Try again. Okay, so story of the three little pigs. I go to build a house, build bricks. There you go. Off they go. There you go. Build the first house. There you go. Perfect. Let's get building. And then, wow, that was easy. And now the sun should go down and it should go dark. Hopefully. There you go. The sun's going down. And then hopefully it will change to a dark background in a short while. Hopefully. There you go. There you go. So, perfect. So what we'll do is, that was a little bit long, so maybe change that to 5 seconds. And also, it's night time. So here, when I receive pig 1, when I receive dragon comes to straw house, what we'll do is we'll wait 5 seconds and say, oh, it's getting dark. I better go in. Go inside. There you go. Now, and in order to go inside, we're then going to have to walk over to the right a little bit again. So set walking right to true. Glide over to here. Oops. Oh, no, oops. Glide over there. Set walking right to false. There we go. Good, so glide over there. However, before we do that, we've got a problem, because if you look here, the pig is actually in front of the house. We want it to appear like it's in the house. And the way we do that is we go back, and we want to go all the way to the back, so we'll just put like 100 layers or something that will force him right to the back. So before you glide him, just send him all the way to the back. So let's have a look at this. Here we go. Story of the three little pigs. There you go. There you go. So off we go. Okay, let's get building. There you go. Wow, that's easy. Brilliant. There we go. Sun goes down. There you go. And obviously you'd have done the other two by now. Oh, it's getting dark. I better go inside. There you go. And now he's inside. Brilliant. So let's get the lovely little dragon to appear. So there we go. When I receive dragon comes to straw house, what we'll do is we'll show. but we won't show just yet. Let's wait 10 seconds or something like that, or 8 seconds for the pig to get inside. Where is my dragon? Here we go. He's over there. Okay. There he is. Let's just show him for the moment. Okay, the reason I'm showing him is because I want him to start all the way up here and fly down. So what we'll do is we'll start him right up there at the top, all the way up there. Maybe change that to -300, change that to 200, so he goes right up the top. And then we'll glide him down, all the way down to here. And we'll go to there, glide to there, maybe over 3 seconds. And then we'll just say, let me in, little pig. Let me in, little pig, or I will blow your house. Burn your house down. Burn your house down. There you go. So there you go. So let me in, little pig, or I'll burn your house down. Let's have a look. There you go. What we'll do is we'll just wait a couple of seconds. Again, just use the timing seconds here. Oh, no, thank you. Go away. Thank you, go away. So let's have a look. So let's just let's broadcast that scene and let's see what happens. So if I double click here, oops. Oh no, I've clicked on the wrong thing now. Hang on. Let's just start the game, otherwise it's all going to go wrong. Start. Yeah. And now let's see how that goes. There you go. Dragon comes down. Oh, so we need to do a little bit of a delay there. Probably 2 more seconds delay on the pigs talking. Wait 5 seconds. There you go. And then what we do here, let me pig burn the house down. Okay, here we wait for the answer. So wait like 2 seconds, and then we'll just burn it down. So how do we burn it down? Well, that's nice and simple. What we'll do actually here is we'll just say that's what's that? Dragon flying. Dragon burning. So what we can do here is say, okay, at the start of the game, at the start of the levels, turn to dragon flying. Then what we'll do is here, we'll just switch between the costumes here. Switch between the costumes a few times. Let's do that 5 times. A bit of a delay. Like a 0.3 or something. And that should show it burning a bit. So let's just try that. When I achieve to destroy a house. Let's have a look. Is that going to work? Wait 8 seconds. He then should come down. Quite a long time. He should have switched to dragon flying, but that's okay. And now it should wait a few seconds and then... Yeah, brilliant. Perfect. When I receive that, switch to dragon flying. There you go. Brilliant. So burn, burn, burn. Once all that's burnt, what we need to do now is we need to set the house on fire, which is okay. So how do we set the house on fire? Well, create ourselves a new sprite, convert it to a vector, and this time we'll use a red outline. Or should we use an orange outline? Let's use an orange outline, shall we? And let's draw some circles, draw an ellipse there. And then what we'll do is we can just tweak these so they look like flames. Nice and narrow. There's one. Just click here. Something like that. If you paint the centre there, just like that. So there's one bit. Good, that will do. Let's just select those. Again, you can spend more time on yours. I just want to get through the tutorial without taking too long. Let's just make those a bit smaller. So make yourself some realistic flames. Let's just turn those, going out there a bit. There we go. There we go. So we've got some flames. And what we can say is, okay, when I receive burn the house. Burn the house down. When I receive burn the house down, what we could do here is we'll just duplicate that costume there. And we'll just do duplicate. Maybe flick that up a bit. Flick that like that. There you go. So you could see the idea anyway. So what we could say here is, okay, when I receive burn the house down, repeat 10 times, switch to next costume, something like that. You could even add a sound, a burning sound. Let's have a look. So there you go. Oh, that's quite a bit too fast. Let's give that a delay of 0.1 or something, 0.2. You can make it work. There you go. So you can see it's starting to burn the house down. So when I receive burn the house down, do a bit of that. Maybe do that 20 times or something. Whatever works. Burn the house down. So there you go. So dragon, he can do all of that. Repeat the 3 costumes. The dragon here himself can broadcast burn the house down straight afterwards. And then the house here, when I receive burn the house down, wait a couple of seconds. Let's just duplicate. And what we'll do is, that's costume 2, half burnt. Oh, half burnt. Nope. Half burnt. And then duplicate. And then what we'll do here is we'll just do like a broken pile of bits and bats. Let's just delete most of those actually. Just keep one of those. Oh, that's no good. Get rid of those. And we'll just do a broken pile of bits here. So there you go. Paste those. Just move those down like that. You see the idea. There you go. So that's about it. That's all left, and we'll change the colour here to like a scorched brown sort of colour. There you go. Nope. So they're all been burnt. In fact, I don't really like that colour. Let's pick a different colour. Oh no. Oh, whoops. No, come back here. Let's have that brown. But what we'll do is we'll just drag the... Hey! Drag it down a bit. About there. There's my brown colour gone. There you go. Again, you can choose whatever colour you want, but there you go. Nice burnt colour. There we are. Brilliant. So, when I receive burn the house down, wait 1 second, switch the costume to half burnt. There we go. And then wait another second and switch your costume to burnt. Fully burnt. There you go. Fully burnt. Switch the costume to fully burnt. Of course, that does mean that at the start of the game, when you come to build a straw house, you need to change it to costume for which is called that costume, which is OK House. There you go. Brilliant. So let's have a look at that. Let's try that now. So start. Oops. There you go. Okay. So again, that sprite, the fire sprite at the start of the game. Let's hide that. There we are. And let's try that again. Oh, of course, if that. Oh, where's that gone? Here, to burn the house down, you're going to need to show it as well. So at the start you hide it, but when it starts there you show it. Let's have a look. There we go, and the sun goes down. The dragon hopefully will appear. Oh, it's getting dark, I better go inside. Off he goes inside, down comes the dragon. Let me in, little pig, I'll burn your house down. No, thank you, go away. And he starts to burn it. The house starts to burn, and then it crumples down. There we go, done. That's all okay. Oh, the fire's still there. So we might want to say, okay, just hide it after it's done there, or shrink it and then hide it. And then you can have your pig running away, squealing, going, ah, run away. There you go. Okay, so you get the idea. That's how you do an animation. Things to add to your animation. What you could do is, rather than just having them say it here, you could record your own sound by doing the record button, or add sounds from the library, so that as well as this narration here, you could actually speak it, or you could add background music or some sound effects, and you could do your own story. But that gives you a good idea on how you do an animation. I hope this was helpful. Any comments, any questions, just let me know. And if you do like the video, then please do subscribe. Thank you very much.